All right, for this question, we're going to look at a couple ways to solve the problem. We worked a lot in class on rate tables. I'm going to show another way to think through it, just kind of testing out some numbers and seeing what happens and how we use our numbers. So if it takes approximately 5 minutes per car to wash a car, and I want to wash 30 cars, I would think about doing 5 times 30 to get us 150 minutes. Because every car is 5 minutes and I have to do that for 30. If I want to think about how long it would take to wash 70 cars, I would do 5 times 70 and I would get 350 minutes. So from these two examples, I can kind of see some things that are similar. In both cases, I'm multiplying the 5 by a different number. So when we think about the equation, we're going to think about generalizing. So I'm going to say, if it's 5 for every car, I would do 5 times the number of cars, because that's what the 30 and the 70 represented. It represented the number of cars. And then that's going to equal the time, because that's what the 150 and the 350 represented. They represented the time. So we can think about writing the equations this way as well. I'm also going to look at this problem thinking about a rate table. So just kind of remembering what we did in class. So if I'm going to make a rate table, I'm comparing minutes and cars. And it takes 5 minutes per car for every one car. When we're writing an equation, we're thinking about the connection between cars and minutes. We're thinking about a rule that would get us there. Now, the number of minutes depends on how many cars I wash. So we're thinking about this number of minutes is dependent. We're thinking about getting to that dependent, because the number of minutes will change based on how many cars I wash. And then if we're thinking about it that way, we're thinking about what rule is there. So how would I get from 1 to 5? I would multiply by 5. So when we write our equation, we're going to generalize. We're going to take the number of cars, times it by 5, and that will give us our time. Both strategies will work in terms of writing an equation and thinking through how the numbers should work with the variables in your equation.